this porch is a mess. It's got a lot of weak wood, I don't know why I'm yelling. Guys, I have a wireless Rode mic on me right now, and you guys, I should be able to just talk normal and you guys should be able to hear me, which is freaking awesome. But I don't have the lav mic, so this will actually go on my, this has a mic on top, but this will actually go down here somewhere, and then you have a wire come up with a little fuzzy mic that you can clip on you, or you can use this. It's a Rode Wireless Go mic. Badass. Told you guys I was going to get it. So this wood is a mess. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my bleach recipe on it. We're using 10% mixed with water through the downstream chemical injector. We're going to go ahead and put it on here and see if we can help get rid of some of this yucky stuff for her without using pressure, or I should say too much pressure. We're just going to go ahead and knock out this back porch for Single Mom Rescue. Right now I'm looking for soap. I'm looking for the suds. There we go. This is cedar. I'm not really worried about up here. I'm more worried about down here, because what you can't see off camera is a swimming pool. And so I don't want her slipping on this when it's wet, when they have wet feet. So I figured, what the heck, I'll soak this down with my last gallon I have. See if we can't make this a little bit safer for her, you know. Now I have to be careful. She ran out to the store. She didn't shut her screen door all the way, so I need to avoid, or her glass door. So I need to avoid that, but she'll be back maybe before we're done, and I'll get her to shut that. But you see there's some rotted wood here, and I don't want to hurt that. I don't want to add any nightmares to this situation. Now this is painted cedar. A lot of you guys ask me about wood, painted wood, different things like that. Will it work? Will it not work? So we'll go ahead and get this down, and then I'm going to bring the camera in a little bit closer for you guys to see. It's already doing a tremendous difference. Lots of stuff here. See, you got some rot there, so I don't really want to go with pressure, but that's wood on top of wood. We're not hurting anything. I can't really get this stuff, but I'm not really trying to. But we'll see what happens. We'll throw a little rinse on there. But we're just going to let this stuff do its work here. I'm going to put some more out here. Again, this is 10% sodium hypochlorite. And hopefully the mic is working good. The Rode audio mic that I'm using right now, again, it's called the Rode Wireless Go. And I'm not sponsored by Rode, but Rode is who I use as for microphones because they're good, but I'm open to other mics as well. Oh wow, yeah, it really did a good job there. Really cleaned that stuff off. You can go about 100 feet away from the camera and the microphone will still work, but you have to have direct line of sight between the transmitter and the receiver. The receiver is back where the camera is. It's plugged into your audio jack of your camera. Again, really just want to make this safer for her and for her kids. You know, I'm kind of partial to her. She turned out to be a really good friend of mine, and I have the ability to do this, and she has the ability to enjoy it. What a partnership. I use my 10% sodium hypochlorite on just about every freaking thing imaginable. It's strong enough to do a good job. It's weak enough to not really hurt anything. I only put 1 gallon in the bucket that I'm siphoning from, because that's all that I had at the house, and I didn't want to go to Walmart, and I was like, hey, let me do this. Let me knock this out for her and see what happens. If you're not familiar with the Single Mom Rescue video series that I did back in 2016, I got a 4-part video series of ripping into this property. Unbelievable amount of work completed by just one guy. This guy really was a phenomenal. Hear that noise? Hear that hissing? That means my bucket's empty. I'm no longer really pulling anything. So I'm just going to let this sit a little bit. I'm going to go tilt the bucket sideways. Get a little bit more out of the bottom, and I'll be back. And I'm walking away from the camera, walking closer to my pressure washer, and I got the wireless mic on, so this kind of I'm back to about 50 feet away. I'm about 40 feet away. I'm about 20 feet away. And I'm about 10 feet away. And it shows us as back connected. So I don't know if I lost signal or not. I have no idea. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit more down. That hissing sound should go away as it gets a little bit more of the bleach again at the bottom of the barrel. Right now there's some air, and now we're siphoning again. Now the bleach has made it back through the hose. So as you get better at this, you'll hear that, and you'll know when your bucket ran out of material. Now this is going to suck out pretty quick, so I need to be quick about it. Just putting my final little bit down. She's not a paying customer for this, so I mean, I'm not trying to make a 100% job here. I just want to show you guys, I wanted to demonstrate what 10% SH can do on very rough condition wood. Very rough. I mean, just walking on this, you could just about break your butt slipping, and that's no joke. And so maybe I'll get a dinner out of this. And you hear that hissing is back, so it's just about 100% out. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just let the camera run for a few minutes, and then we're going to come back and we'll go ahead and rinse this off and see what we got. See what the end result is of just bleach, just the 10% sodium hypochlorite. The railing's in much better shape, much better shape. A lot of like dirt sitting up there that would come off pretty easily with pressure, but I don't really want to use pressure. Up here I can use the black tip, and the pressure from the black tip will probably be enough to get that. One thing I did not do, I did not put soap in the bleach I normally always do. Soap would have helped to loosen up the dirt, but I really just wanted to show you guys the 10% SH with the downstream chemical injector. The results of this would be far less as good if you were using over-the-shelf 5% or 6%, whatever's available now at Walmart and stuff like that. If you get like outdoor Clorox from Home Depot, that's about 8%. Results would be good, but not as good as what you're about to see today. And I don't know how good it's going to be today, because this is worse than any condition I've ever done without pressure. I can make this spotless, and I intend to, but I want to show you guys without pressure. And it looks like my receiver did not charge last night. It's in the red, so I don't know. I'm gonna have to keep checking. So if during this video, if I'm making a point and I lose you, I'll try to go back and green screen in my point or something. I don't know. And we'll just let you guys watch. But this is a phenomenal difference. Phenomenal. Really fantastic difference. Already. Unreal. So you see how that's coming off right there, just with just black pressure, and it's not hurting my, I mean, this is just the black tip. But I don't want to peel up wood by using pressure. I just want to make this safer. Lots of loose boards and stuff to worry about too. Hopefully my shirt isn't rubbing the microphone too much. I'm learning. Haven't used this yet. It's my first time using it. Came in yesterday. And my pressure washer is running out of fuel. We'll let it sit. I'll go get fuel. I hear you. I'm coming, sweetheart. I'm coming. I know you're thirsty. I think one of the hardest parts about having this wireless mic is going to be not yelling to the camera. Because normally I look at the camera and I have to project my voice, and now I don't have to. It's pretty neat. But we're going to go ahead and start the rinse. See, a lot of this stuff is loose. Look at that. I don't know if that's showing up on camera. Very nice. What a difference. Unbelievable. That looks fantastic. Get some music playing here. Commercial. See, if I was to use like high pressure right here, you see how that paint and stuff is coming up? We certainly don't want to do that to her. Open up Pandora's box. Now let this be a lesson to you. You can do this with a 1 gallon or 2 gallon spray bottle, a mix bottle. Put your 5% Clorox from, Walmart, Kroger, Publix, whatever. Put about 1/4 of a gallon, 1 quart, and put 3 quarts water. That's pretty strong. You could do that and spray it on that way. See how it works. So that's a pretty big difference. So again, just using the black tip, everything's loosened up. Now this right here, this spot right here, is the drip spot from the asphalt tiles. So you got asphalt stain here. That's a pain in the butt. That would take pressure. See, that's asphalt. See the stain in the water? See the stuff lifting up? Nastiness. So what do you guys think? Pretty big difference? Looking a lot better? Big difference. I'm getting the dirt that's between the wood. Bye-bye. What do you guys think so far? I'm sorry if this is a little bit boring, but a lot of you guys have a lot of questions about this, so let's do it. finishing up getting the dirt out from between the boards. That way water will drain and you won't get the mildew back so fast. Loose. I just, got to be careful, man. That's why I don't want to use pressure. I'm not trying to open up Pandora's box here. I just want to teach you guys something. And help her and her kids from slipping going into that pool. Because, you get on this with wet feet, wet flip-flops, wet Crocs. Man, it was dangerous. Now, even though it's wet, there's grip. If I used soap, I'd have a much better chance at getting these spider webs off. So I'm really just pissing in the wind here. So I'm just going to stop because that's not what I'm trying to do. But I really need soap to get those spider webs to come off. Sorry about the water. All right, let me move you out and try to get you a after picture. Give me a second. I gotta wipe this. Okay, so, what a difference, huh? 100% low pressure, just the black tip only, 10.0% sodium hypochlorite, down a downstream chemical injector, and you see the results. A little bit of effort with going back and forth with the black tip. I let it sit for what, maybe 10 minutes? A little bit of effort to rinse it off with the black tip. It could stand to use another coat. Now that we got the thick, heavy stuff off, it could stand to use another soaking with soap, with about an ounce of Dawn. So a porch this big, this is what, probably 12 by 12. So you're talking 144 square feet plus the railing. So you're talking 175 square feet of wood. I would say 2 gallons of the 10% through your chemical downstream injector. Do 1 gallon, let it sit, rinse it off, put your 2nd gallon on now that you got the big stuff up. That would be my instruction to you. Give that a shot. Really try to avoid your pressure tips because you're going to start peeling the paint right off the wood, and you don't want to do that. We're not trying to open Pandora's box. We're just trying to clean it up, make it a little bit safer. And if this wasn't in such bad shape, this would be phenomenal. It'd be perfect if it wasn't in such bad shape. But this wood needs to be thoroughly cleaned, sanded, and painted, of which I don't do.